Hello and welcome to ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's number one sports hub. As the anticipation growing towards the inaugural Lanka Premier League launch, we've been able to catch up with a very interesting individual. Will be coaching the Colombo Kings. This time, the capital city of Sri Lanka. We've got Herschelle Gibbs with us with the Puppet.com. Herschelle, welcome to our show. First of all, Herschelle, been a very bumpy ride. You've a commentator a few days ago, and then again you've been the head coach, appointed as the head coach. How did this all happen?
Yeah, thanks for having me on and inviting me for a chat. Yeah, it's been quite interesting. Um, it's been funny. I've read some of the tweets, and people were saying that I got on the plane. I boarded the plane as a commentator and got off the plane as a coach. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way. I feel a little bad for Kabir Ali, who was obviously the appointed coach after Dave Watmore had pulled out. And unfortunately for Kabir, he tested positive. So, that's why he's not here. But as I say, one man's misfortune is another man's gain. And yes, I mean, I started coaching around the T20 circuit about two and a half years ago now. So it's a position that I'm comfortable with, and it is my goal to do. To be a regular coach in all the T20 leagues around the world. So I'm very happy to have gotten this opportunity, and I look forward to another challenge. Very excited, obviously, always exciting when there's a new league that's about to get underway, and especially with regards to these the COVID times, very restrictive times with regards to cricket around the world. It's I'm sure the Sri Lankan people, especially, are very excited to be able to see some live cricket again.
Um, your team will be led by Angelo Matthews, and will have a couple of very exciting players such as Isuru Udan, who recently played for the IPL, and then Andre Russell. He'll be the biggest playmaker during this tournament, as well as Dinesh Chandimal. Then we have an Indian player, Manpreet Singh Dhoni. So a lot of talent and some local talent as well. Yes, we have the COVID restrictions happening as well. So how do you assess all this, and how are you planning on getting the best out of these international icons?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy that that Angelo Matthews is captain. I've been very impressed how he been very impressed how he's gone about his cricket over the last decade. Since he's grown in stature, and he's got a very wise head on his shoulders. I like his approach to the game. He's very professional. He doesn't get easily flustered. With all the experience that he has, he's very calm under pressure, and very much in control of his emotions, and his understanding of the game is fantastic. So I'm very happy that he's coach. That he's skipper. And yeah, I mean, with regards to Udana, had a fantastic IPL. His confidence is high. His skill set is fantastic. And then we also got Dinesh Chandimal. We've got Jamaica Prasad, Chamira. We've got a lot of great local players. Guys obviously with international experience too. So Manpreet Dhoni is there well. He's an experienced Indian bowler. I actually played against him many 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 moons ago. So we've got Kesh Ahmed, is a fantastic leggy. I had him in the Dubai 10 over league a couple of years ago too. So Laurie Evans, Daniel Drummond. We got some. Obviously, Andre Russell is probably the biggest name, one of the biggest names in T20s in the world. So um, I'm very aware of what they all kind of sort of levels that they can achieve, and what they have achieved before. There's obviously a lot of expectation with regards to them, but I'm looking forward to see some local talent as well. And I'll get all the knowledge from the local players with regards to them from Angelo and my assistant coach, Erath. Excuse the telephone. But yeah, I mean, it's I get there's a lovely feeling amongst the squad. They're all very happy people, which is fantastic. There's the support staff have been fantastic up until now. All the COVID tests that we had yesterday is negative, which is a great thing going forward. And it's all systems go. I mean, a couple of days left before the opening game. I'm sure the excitement is starting to build up now, and looking forward to getting the tournament underway.
Herschelle, going down the main, you've played for South Africa over 14 years, and I'm sure you've played a lot of cricket against Sri Lanka. Now you're back in Sri Lanka as a head coach. Just recall all those memories as a player, just for the fans in Sri Lanka.
Look, I think obviously years ago when I still played for the Proteas, it was we had huge battles. I can't call it battles with Sri Lanka, but there was one bowler, obviously in particular, Mutai Murugatharan, that was obviously an all-time great to the game. I remember that the Test matches that we played against him, was unbelievable. I mean, he took fifers for a living. He was just a fantastic bowler. I mean, obviously with Sangha and with Mahela as well. I remember the one very funny day that it was when they managed to get the 600-run partnership in the one Test match. I just happened to be, I had a stomach bug, and I sat in the hotel watching them bat. It was quite funny because I wasn't on the field. So at the end of the day, when the guys came back to the hotel, I said, "You guys obviously look a little bit tired. It was a bit difficult bowling to the two of them." When I was sitting watching in the hotel in the comfort of in the room with the air conditioning. So there's been some fantastic battles, and obviously also, I was one of the first few batsmen to face Lasith Malinga as well, obviously in the Test match, and his very unorthodox action was very was difficult initially to pick up, and so I've had some fantastic times here in Sri Lanka. I've always enjoyed the hospitality of the people. It's a fantastic place to play and to learn. The climate is lovely. It's nice and hot. It's very, obviously very humid, which I found out in the in the ICC Champions Trophy match. I managed to get 100 in the semi-final against India. I think that was in 2002. So I had to retire hurt, and unfortunately we lost that game. But yeah, I mean, against Sri Lanka, there's been fantastic battles, and it can be a very tough place to play, but a very enjoyable one too.
Certainly, it was indeed a pleasure watching you as a player for Proteas, especially feeling at that cover point position. Herschelle, coming back to the franchise, how's been the support from Colombo Kings? And it's not an easy tournament with all these things going around with the pandemic. How's been the support of the Colombo Kings and the planning towards getting this team up and going for the glory?
Yeah, I think, not only us, but I think all the other franchises are in the same boat with regards to prepping for this for the start of this league. It's probably a logistical nightmare with regard to restrictions that we are facing with the pandemic. It's small little things, like being able to train in small little groups. Today is the first official day for practicing and training. And like I said, we've got only 12 players that are available to go and train. Unfortunately, with the restrictions, that's the best we can do until the next round of COVID tests, which I think is tomorrow. And obviously the overseas players, and the coaching staff, me included, we have another COVID test tomorrow. So that goes negative. which hopefully it does. Then at least in the next 2 days, I'll be able to join the squad, and we will be able to be a complete squad. A day or two before the opening game. There is one issue that is being addressed to date, and that is with regards to the Minister of Health initially saying that the overseas players could quarantine for a week. Apparently, he's now said that they needed 10 days to quarantine, which will be a bit of an issue because that means that no overseas players are going to be available for the first 3 games of the tournament, which I think is not going to go down too well. So that is the big issue that they're addressing tonight. Hopefully that gets changed to a week, and we can actually go ahead and plan accordingly, with the overseas players obviously playing and making up, 4 of the 11 on-field players. So, yeah, I mean, logistically, it's a nightmare, but you got to improvise, as every sportsman, has to, and adapt to the conditions that we are faced with. But it's good to at least, that 12 guys can go out there and train today. So from that perspective, I'm quite happy, and hopefully tomorrow onwards, the squad can just get a little bit bigger and bigger, leading up to the first game.
Thank you very much, Herschelle, for joining with us, and we wish you all the very best for your stint as the Colombo Kings head coach, and hoping to hear from you again as well in the coming future.
Thank you very much, and go well.
Thank you very much, Herschelle. So that's it from ThePapare.com as we spoke to the Colombo Kings head coach. So stay logged in to ThePapare.com as we will bring all these very interesting sides of this Lanka Premier League, the inaugural edition of this T20 tournament.
එක රසයෙන් ඔබෙතිව පිනවයි ලොකු පොඩි සෑමකෙම ට්‍රෙන්ඩ් එක මේකයි පොපිය නැතිල් එකේ නැලවෙන තිල් එකේ රසයයි මයි කෝලා Oh my orange, oh my lemon, oh my ginger රසයයි මයි කෝලා.
For premium content and exclusive member benefits, subscribe to ThePapare.com today.